What up? Have you ever stopped to think about why we celebrate New Year's in the dead of winter? What if I told you it's completely out of sync with nature and ourselves? What up, Mike Bravo, Kimichi Pili here. Just wanted to offer some quick reflections as we deal with this new Gregorian New Year, which is to say the Christian New Year and how it differs from the Aztec or Mesoamerican calendar system, and why we need to get back to using our calendars in a real and respectable way. By reconnecting with the Aztec calendar, we can improve our health, relationships, and even our sense of purpose by aligning with the earth and true collective nature, our true collective nature. We won't go into a detailed explanation of the Aztec calendar right now. You can review many of those online already about that, but maybe we'll do one later. Let's just start with the understanding that the Aztec, Mayan, Mesoamerican calendar is one based on circular indigenous values, which is nature aligned and thought, whereas the Gregorian calendar is oriented in a linear way. Western thought is not aligned with nature. In native circular worldview, time is cyclical, reflecting nature's patterns like day, night, seasons, life and death, etc. Circular worldviews recognize that all life, nature, humans, animals, and the cosmos are all interconnected and reflect the same patterns. The Aztec calendar is probably the most critical tool that has helped keep our people in alignment and in good well-being. It promotes cooperation, community, self-empowerment, and responsibility. Remember that circular worldview is what we call this. If you haven't watched the video on the number one native teaching, the circle teaching, please do so. Everything we want to understand about indigenous ways and life can be more accurately understood by referencing it with the circle teaching, which is also expressed through the knowledge of the four directions and the medicine wheel teachings. It's one and the same. Oh, and if you're feeling those unique topics and angles that I'm bringing, don't forget to like and subscribe. So the Gregorian calendar is based on governance, economic activities, and subjugation, what we call a linear understanding that doesn't acknowledge the interconnectedness of all life and the need for balance and good relationships with all aspects of life, nature, and nature's patterns. It promotes a hierarchical system, individualism, negligence, and disconnection, which is contrary to the indigenous circular ways of life. A great example of this disconnect is starting a new beginning and year in the dead of winter. That's crazy shit. Spring is a time when life and energies of the earth awaken and is more suited for beginning anew. This disconnection becomes obvious when we think about how we celebrate beginnings. Wonder why so many New Year's resolutions often fail? Take a guess. By not respecting the nature of the winter season, which is more of a time of rest and reflection, the imposed economic slavery nature of the Gregorian calendar takes away our rights and connections as humans. Imagine if at work they took away your breaks and your lunch hour. It's the same concept. Without those breaks, we burn out, and that's precisely what the Gregorian calendar does to us, our nature, our spirit, our physical, mental, etc. Gregorian calendar promotes disconnection and imbalance. Also feels essential to refer to this New Year, quote unquote, New Year as the Gregorian New Year and not the New Year, so we can divest from colonial structures. Colonization came in many forms, but the main areas where the destruction took place was our social systems, our spirituality, our language, and our calendar. Our calendar is a critical item for recovery during our decolonization process, especially when we understand how intimately it was tied to our social systems, our identity, responsibilities, and connection to our communities and to the world. The Christian European calendars were a significant reason for damaging our connection, rhythm, and relationship to life. And if we understand life as divine, they in their calendar damage and continue to damage our connection to life, ourselves, and God, so to speak, or Totiotzin as one of our expressions of the divine that we understand. While there's debate over which Mesoamerican calendar count is more accurate, the important takeaway for now is to reconnect with the 13 and 20 rhythm and cycles of the Aztec calendar system, which reflects the great moons of nature and the cosmos. But as a quick note, I would highly recommend sticking with the Arturo Mesa count or the Ochoa count. I'm not saying that we should not be social and have fun on Gregorian New Year's or any other social holidays, but rather we should not invest or align our spirit and energy with the agreement that Gregorian New Year's is the New Year, nor is it the beginning of anything aligned with nature, which is also to say it's not aligned with our true selves, our true nature. So again, to sum it up, the Mesoamerican indigenous calendar systems promote connection, self-understanding, empowerment, responsibility, community, respect, and alignment with nature, the truth, or for those still oriented in Western thinking, God, which is to say circular values. The Gregorian Western calendars promote disconnection, individualism, negligence, slavery, imbalance, and bad relationships with everything, including ourselves. And that's what you call the linear way. The Gregorian calendar may dominate the material social world that we live in, but by realigning our spirit with the calendars of our ancestors, we can reclaim our balance, our power, and well being with the earth and all relations. Let's disconnect our minds from the Gregorian calendar and instead align our heart and spirit with the calendar of our ancestors, the calendar of connection to nature and to the ultimate truth. I challenge you to take the first step in reconnecting with our ancestral rhythms. Start small, reflect on the seasons, explore the 13 and 20-day cycles, and start getting an idea of the circular versus linear mentality. The difference you feel might surprise you. I'll link you to some information and calendar books you can purchase to start reconnecting with our true rhythm and cycles and feel the concrete difference in your life. I'll put links in the caption. Again, thanks for your time real quick. Mashi patinemi, be well, and talk to you guys soon. Peace.